And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to On Air with Pierre. Be sure and get connected with us on social media at Top Star Events and Entertainment to find the replay videos of today's show. And, ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Gina Kuper of Mamacita's Restaurants. Please help me welcome Gina.
Hi.
Gina, we go a little bit back to, I think it was my Chick-fil-A years when you and I met back in the chamber.
So it's been infancy.
Infancy, yes. But Mamacita's goes back way even further. I mean, we were talking about off air. You guys have been around for over 45 years.
Yes.
And Mamacita's is a staple in the community for good food. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Mamacita's.
Well, I obviously got involved. Short story, I finished college and I said, I'm going to help you out for a little bit. But unbeknownst to me, I didn't know the amount of work it took to run a family-owned business. Luckily for me, it's been a blessing. I've learned a lot of things being in the business. So I've been there over 12 years. And my primary position is to market for the company, also do a little bit of HR, and just kind of find new and innovative options to make us grow where we're at. We've done awesome over 45 years. We're still growing. We're still here. And to be in that industry and to be a family-owned restaurant,
right?
It's amazing to still be here in the Bay Area.
So those are, two sort of even kind of separate subjects there. One, the world of growing up in a family-owned business,
right,
which means that you're born into that environment. And so whether it's healthy pressure or sometimes not as healthy pressure, you sort of you got to help out. You got to contribute.
Right.
But for you, that's been a blessing. That's been something that you've liked to be a part of. And then the second subject is the restaurant space, which is a tough and very competitive space to be in. That to be around for 45 years, that certainly says something. So let's start off with the first subject. When you grew up, and I mean, like, did you see like mom and dad always talking about the business? What was like your childhood growing up and like seeing Mamacita's and you're like, one day I'm gonna be the marketing person, or what was that like?
Well, I didn't know that we were already in demand when we moved to Bay Area.
Okay.
I think when I moved here, I was in middle school, and somebody said, "What do your parents do?" And I said, "They own restaurants."
Okay.
I didn't know how popular we were.
Sure.
People were like, "Hey, can you hook me with fajitas?" And that's how people started knowing who we were. It was
Sure.
like, you want to talk to Gina? She'll hook you with fajitas. And that kind of became a thing. And then
Right.
in high school, I kind of worked minimally in the business, but
Okay.
I really didn't see the incentive until I got out of school.
Okay.
And I love talking to our customers. I love being part of the marketing. I love being part of the projects and just developing to see where we go from here with my parents on board, with Mr. and Mrs. Alma Joe Gonzalez. So we've been awesome and on board, and we're excited for things that are coming up.
Sure. So when you think about the growth, you guys started off with one location and then to two and then to three, and y'all are at 4 locations now.
Correct.
So tell us, where are those places?
So our original location is called El Jardín, and
Okay.
it's off of Harrisburg, going towards the east end. It was my grandfather's, and essentially started with my parents and my grandfather, and the recipes derived from my grandmother, who is Maria Hassel. So our philosophy is to incorporate the love of your cooking and continue with the tradition. And we've been cooking those same recipes since 1975.
Okay, so El Jardín would be your first location,
Yes.
and then there's 3 additional ones.
Yes, and then they decided to say, you know what, we're going to make a name for ourselves. There's nobody in the market touching the Clear Lake area. Let's
Okay.
try it.
Okay.
And so they opened Mamacita's on the Bay,
Okay.
which is originally on Eager Bay.
Gotcha.
And then they got a blessing to get a bigger offer down the street where we are now on NASA.
Okay.
So we've been 23 years and later, still here,
Sure.
still family owned. And then from then we've opened 4 locations. So
Okay.
we employ about 230 employees right now.
Wow. And what do you believe is some of the maybe kind of there's the secret sauce in terms of the food that you guys prepare, and then there's also like some best practices in terms of your culture, your employees. to have 230 people that you're responsible for, and that's a big tall order, right? And so, what are some of the things that you've seen are kind of what helped drive the success of people being loyal to working for y'all?
I think it's really keeping afloat the philosophy that we have in place, keeping that tradition, not taking it essentially away from our culture.
Right.
People know us from our tagline, which is supremely fajitas and Ritas at Mamacitas.
Okay.
And I mean, if you ask anybody, that's how they connotate and they resonate with who we are.
Sure.
We're family owned, so you'll see a lot of us there, which is unusual.
Right.
To see somebody hands on.
Sure.
And we have a lot of loyal customers that just go there because they know what the expectation is. They know the experience is going to be the same.
Right.
And they know that it's a good, we can talk. It's not like corporate where we just like walk off. We're like hands on. We treat you just like our family member.
Well, I got to tell you, I've eaten at Mamacita's I've actually eaten probably there a little bit more than I should have.
Pierre's favorite.
Oh my gosh! You brought
glory.
some queso. Woo. Like we. Oh my god! I'm at a loss for words here. So this is the delicious queso from Mamacita's restaurant, and if you haven't had it, and I think you and I had a conversation at one point that you guys for your queso, like y'all it's made in house.
Yes.
This isn't like you like store buy it and bring it in to serve it. Yes. Like you guys tell me about the process that goes into making the delicious queso.
Can't tell you too much, Pierre.
Oh, come on.
But we are going to be coming out with YouTube videos on some recipes, not all of them.
Okay.
So that's going to be something new and something that we're going to connect with our loyal patrons to kind of expose a little Mamacitas, but not too much of Mamacitas.
Give them a little bit of a slice of the tradition that you were talking about. Yes. And, I definitely think folks that have been there would agree that the food has got an excellent taste, and it's got a great customer service that you have there. And for those of our folks that are tuning in, we're talking with Gina Kuper, the marketing director for Mamacita's Restaurants. We're going to take a short little break to thank our sponsors that help make this show possible. And when we come back, we're going to talk with Gina some more about some upcoming events that they have going on, including Cinco de Mayo, a great opportunity to celebrate. So stick around and be sure and share this video because we are going to be giving away a gift certificate to Mamacita's Restaurant for $50. How much queso can you buy for $50? Oh my gosh. So we're going to be giving away that delicious gift certificate. Look at me. I'm saying delicious gift certificate.
Make sure you keep it going. Put hashtag love your Mamacita.
Love your Mamacitas. Yes. Exactly. So stay tuned. Reshare this video. We'll be right back after the short commercial break. Being in the event and marketing space, looking your best is key. That's why I'm glad to be using the personal styling services of Macy's at Baybrook Mall. The services of Macy's My Stylist are complete and can offer you a personal shopper to guide you through it all. You're going to be getting the latest trends in fashion from the top brands. You'll go through a custom fitting that will allow your stylist to pull a line of options for your review. And the best part is, it's a complimentary service provided by Macy's. That's right, no charge for the service. And if fashionable trends isn't what you're looking for, you can always visit their beauty department for the latest in makeup and fragrances. So don't wait any longer and let a Macy's stylist take your look to the next level. You'll be glad you did. To schedule your appointment, call Michael Haddock at 409-370-3294 or book online at macys.com/mystylist. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, guys. We're back. Yes, and I gotta tell you, and I'm getting. Oh my gosh! Production team is bringing me chips and there's queso. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if somebody, Gina, we may have you just take over the show and finish interviewing the rest of our guests.
That's fine.
So for our folks that are tuning in, we're talking with Gina Kuper of Mamacita's Restaurant, and they've been around in the area for a long time. They're a family-owned business, and you guys have some upcoming events that are going to be taking place to include an initiative to celebrate moms, right? So tell me about that.
So, I mean, we wouldn't really be where we're at without our mother. I think our mom's our matriarch.
Alma, right?
Alma Gonzalez.
Yes.
Yes. I'm actually delighted that she's my mom because she's taught me so much. She's taught me to be an advocate for women and be an entrepreneur, be vocal. And I think this campaign that we're doing during Mother's Day, which is hashtag Love Your Mamacita, it's really to be appreciative to all the stuff that they've done, whether it's your mom or someone's like your mom or a sister, and taking initiatives to recognize these women that are of influence.
Sure. And so there is a hashtag or something. Tell me about the way that people can showcase or shout out to their mom and blend in with Mamacitas. How's that going to work?
So during the weekend of Mother's Day, we are going to select a winner.
Okay.
That kind of just stands out, but make sure you use the hashtag Love Your Mamacita.
Okay.
And take a picture of a woman that you consider your mom, like I said, or influence in your life.
Absolutely.
And load it to our Instagram or to our Facebook, our social platforms.
I love that because it's sometimes we have people in our lives. It doesn't have to be your blood or your biological mom.
Right.
You can have been adopted. You could have been raised by an aunt, by a grandma. The circumstances in life sometimes don't permit for us to have our biological parents raise us. And so the hashtag Love Your Mamacita is kind of sort of playing ode to the power that moms that are raising kids out there can have in the influence that they carry.
Raising initially brave women that are fearless.
Sure.
Taking that next step, and so it's time to do that move. Luckily for us, we celebrate Mother's Day on Mexican and Americans' Mother's Day. Which
nice.
Yes.
So for that weekend, people can upload their photos. They can do it on Instagram. They can do it on Facebook. You can do it on Twitter.
Yes.
And so what happened? You guys are going to pick a submission.
Yes, we're going to do a random selection. So we'll invite you as a guest to host a family of 4.
Okay.
To have a nice dinner.
Nice.
Be treated, because moms need to be treated too, or women need to be treated sometimes.
I've always found it
so do guys.
interesting. So my mom is a huge cook who she happens to be in Peru right now. So if mom you're watching, hello down over in Peru. And she is
I know you're always with your mama.
Well, she gets stuck having to do the cooking for things like the Mother's Day lunch, or even sometimes for her birthday, we've done parties where she ends up cooking and stuff, and it's like, well, this is kind of odd because we're supposed to be celebrating you, and she's ending up doing all the work and stuff. And so definitely I love my mom, and I think this is great that you're doing that. Now, the other thing that's happening in May, which is a celebration that we all love, is Cinco de Mayo. So tell me about that.
Cinco de Mayo is one of our biggest festivities. We have mariachis, we have DJs, we have promotions. It's going to start roughly around 4, and it's probably not going to end till 11. We're going to have plenty of parking.
And this is on May 5th?
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to fall on a Sunday.
Okay.
But you know what? We'll be having things leading up to that day. So you can celebrate the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. But that's our biggest event.
All right.
And if you need to find parking, Splish Splash has partnered with us next door.
Okay.
So you can park there. You will not get to it, I promise.
Awesome. And so the party kicks off at 11. You guys will be there all day.
All day.
There's going to be mariachis.
Yes.
There's going to be delicious food. And there's also going to be a lot of, do you know what is that?
Tequila.
Tequila! Yeah! Well, and delicious chips. Yeah! Look at that. Our production team is having a good time. Woo! Gina, I want to thank you so much for coming to talk with us. We could have a blast here all day.
I know.
We're going to take a short little commercial break because I want to eat some queso. And when we come back, we're going to be talking with Kurt and Gardy, our friends from KHEA Radio who have lots of fun projects. We have a Leadercast Galveston County that's coming up. And also be sure and share this video because we are going to be giving away a $50 gift certificate to Mamacita's, your favorite Mexican restaurant in the Bay Area. Gina, if people want to get connected with Mamacita's, how can they do that?
They can just go on our social platforms,
Okay.
or just make sure you hashtag fajitas and Ritas, and supremely Mamacitas.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
Bye.
Hello, my friends. You and I have a date at 11 o'clock every single Wednesday, so you can tune in and watch my show, On Air with Pierre, where I interview local celebrities and the movers and shakers of the Bay Area, Houston. So be sure and tune in to On Air with Pierre, Wednesdays at 11 o'clock.